Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to my Splinter Cell Blacklist side mission walkthroughs. And this is the first Charlie mission. Basically, it's like horde mode, but for Splinter Cell. And what I'm showing you right now, I'm showing you the pathway to get to the dead drop. So you just climb up that pipe and then shimmy your way over and drop down, and it'll be on a box. And then that same area I was looking at, inside a window on the left, that will be the laptop. And basically we're going to be doing this completely 100% stealth. Usually I go hand to hand quite a bit. In this little guide, not so much, because it's really difficult to when there's like 20 guys around. But right now I'm just evening the odds. I'm just quickly taking people out, not letting people spot me. And what you have to do is just be very, very careful and precise. And the Scooby-Doo rule, if you don't know what that is basically single every single person out. Whenever the gang is going to investigate, Scooby and Shaggy always go one way, and then Velma always gets lost like an idiot and captured by the monster or whatever. And then Freddy and Daphne have this whole love thing going on. Anyways, that's what I mean when I say the Scooby-Doo rule. You just single them out and stalk them pretty much. And a lot of patience and a lot of waiting is required, but not too much, because what you can do is you can always retry from checkpoint if you mess up, and if that happens, then you'll be fine. And not only that, but you'll get all of your crossbow bolts and any gadgets that you used in the previous waves back. So make sure you keep that in mind, because on Perfectionist you normally wouldn't be able to resupply at all, which really sucks. But just saying, it's not at the end of the world if you have to restart from checkpoint. If you restart from checkpoint, then you'll get all that stuff back, and it'll save past every wave that you do. So I got past the first wave. Now it's gone from 5 to 10. And I like using that area. Hopping out the window gives you a nice bit of cover. Open up this one just to check, and that's what I like to do, is make my bolts go as long as possible, because you don't want to have to restart to checkpoint, simply because you won't get the 500 extra points for no retries during the whole wave. And I'm just getting a view of the situation. These two guys are just chilling. So I see them. He gets close to him. Pop him. Now the third wave is where it'll be getting a little bit harder, because they'll throw dogs into the mix with the guys. And I'll show you a neat trick that I didn't figure out. I was actually looking around at YouTube videos, and I was watching this guy do a ghost playthrough as well, and he showed me. Anyways, this isn't necessary to complete this on Perfectionist Ghost. I thought it would just be a neat little challenge to complete. And I guess it gives you more points. Not only that, but I think there's like a completionist checklist, like there is for the campaign, with the, how there's dead drops and laptops and, So I'm just stalking this last guy, finding a smart way. I don't know why I just didn't walk behind him, but use these little tricks to your advantage, by the way. These areas I climb around. Okay, and down he goes. Perfect. See, no retries this wave. I mess up once or twice, so there are some areas where it fades in and out, like so. So I start on the third wave. And as you'll see, I have all my stuff back. And I highly recommend doing this after you've pretty much almost completed the campaign. That way you'll have enough money to unlock all your upgrades, and also make sure you do the Grim stealth missions, the Grim side missions, sorry, because they will give you this awesome stealth suit, and then you'll be able to do this really, really easily, whether you're going Panther or Ghost. You'll be able to do these missions, and then what Charlie unlocks for you is the assault gear, the best armored suit in the game. So you want to make sure this is what I did. I did a Ghost playthrough first, and then if you want to do an assault playthrough, then make sure you finish the Grim and then Charlie missions. So in that order. So this is a neat little trick that I saw on YouTube. All you do is just wait for these guys. And if you get them in a little group like that, if they're huddled together, I go to my sleeping gas, and when you're shooting the sleeping gas, you want to aim a little high because it goes in an arc, a curve, like it'll have dropping after a certain distance, just like a regular arrow. And I see dogs now. Yippee. So I run back in here. And this is the best area to take the dogs out at. And if you want to be facing the right way when you jump up, you want to be facing the side that your head wants to be, instead of having to flip back and forth on the pipe. And I see a lot of guys coming. And don't be afraid to use your sleeping gas bolts. And then I also have my grenades. I have some proximity shockers, which I didn't use, but I definitely should have used. It would make my life a lot easier in this level. But what the hell? And it's a slow process, but it definitely gets the job done. So I knock those two out. I get this guy. And yeah, so you guys know the basic gist of it. Also, I will have the 5 waves, and after 5 waves, what you can do is you don't have to do the full 20. You can do the 5 waves and then opt out, and you can choose to leave, but you won't net as many points. I'll show you up to round 5, just because I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me just do this over and over again. I don't do this the entire video, but I do it for a good part of the start, where all these guys are pouring in, just so I have some breathing room to be able to weed out a couple more guards, so I can get a look. Anyways, but if you do want to see the other 15 waves, I actually have those as well. So I'll put a video link to parts 2 and 3, and 2 and 3 will be 6 to 20. So if you do want to watch that. So I'm just looking for the last 2 guys right now. Just want to stay in cover, play it safe. Usually the smart thing to do isn't to walk out in the middle of the street, the broad daylight, when there's only 2 guys left. And I don't necessarily know if it makes a difference, but I have urban camouflage on my armor, on my stealth suit. So I think that might make a difference in this level. I don't know. Maybe check out the wiki, the Splinter Cell wiki that they have up. Anyways, that's wave 3. Another no retries. And we're on to wave 4. They'll be coming from the left and the right. And wave 4 and wave 5, don't be afraid to use all your sleeping gas and your sticky shockers and all those mines, because you're getting near the end, and wave 5 will be pretty easy for the most part. They have an HVT that you can choose to capture. That'll happen every 5 waves, so there's a potential for getting 4 HVTs. And I see all these guys bunch up here, so I'm not going to take them head on with a knockout, so I'm just going to shoot a sleeper dart, and I get all 4. And if you want, what you can do is you can drop down and grab those bodies and pull them up so they don't spot them right away, so it won't take them as long to go up the stairs for you to knock out more. But just be careful, watch for dogs or other guys coming in. You don't want to rush into it and then get spotted with your pants down. So this is really funny what happens here. I knock him in the head. I don't assassinate him, but I knock him in the head and then he gets back up. Thank goodness there was no one else there. Otherwise they would have heard that. So obviously I make a bunch of silly decisions, but just choose not to do that. Oh, and another thing is you can just hide behind walls, and if dogs start barking at you and running at you, just wait for them to get close and then smack them in the head. I know PETA's going to have a field day with this. See, eventually it'll just start becoming one by one walking in to get you, and any clumps that you see outside just knock out. And I think I get all 3 there. No, I get 2. And the other guy starts getting pissed off and running at me. And also, if you do get spotted, I choose not to get spotted, but if you do get spotted, you can actually run away for a bit and then hide and wait for them to say, I think he's gone, or something along those lines. And you'll be okay. You'll still be able to get ghost mastery. Just give it a bit of time. I think they'll turn their flashlights on or something like that. So just do a little bit of ring around the rosy with this guy. He thought he saw me there. I wasn't there. I was behind him. Idiot. So they're all bunched up outside, so I just want to play it safe. Since they're clumped out, I can move to the balcony. But I see one guy at the stairway. See what I mean? That guy, he spotted the guy at the bottom there. So he's going a bit slower up the stairs. So I say, hey, I'm going to take him and bring him up here. There we go. I got a nice little pile of bodies going on. They're all having a little snooze. I'm pretty sure if you dropped on a dog and kicked him in the head, though, from that height, I'm pretty sure that would kill that dog. You would probably crush that dog's skull, to be honest with you. Very morbid, sorry. But yeah, one by one, just nice and easy. Walk your way through it. Take all the time in the world. Skadoosh. You can also hide right here and pull them in, but I find dropping on them a lot more fun. albeit a little more loud than the alternative. But if you're pulling people in like that, you want to make sure that there aren't 2 or 3 guys. If you can, just run your way back up onto the pipe, because if there are, then if they see their guy getting pulled in, then they'll automatically start shooting at you. Which I said isn't a problem, as long as you run away and don't knock anyone out or kill them. Now, by this point, you would have gold. You would definitely have a gold rating for Ghost, but I choose to go through it the entire time. If you want to do full gold for Ghost, Assault, and Panther, you can customize your loadout to make it that way, and then just alternate between the 3 play styles in the later parts. But yeah. So I'm just waiting for this guy. Want to get in an optimal position for him to get knocked the hell out. There we go. And we're on to our last wave here. This will be with the HVT as well. Okay. Now it says capture the HVT pretty much immediately, and you have a certain allotted time to capture them. You only have 4 minutes. But it should prove pretty easy. You'll most likely usually be on the right side here at one of the 3 openings, either right there or, hold on, let me knock those guys out. You want to try and clear out everyone else before you take them on. And you can shoot them with a sleeper dart and then just bag and tag them afterwards, if that's easier for you. If you don't have enough time to grab onto them, like I do here, you can just bag and tag them after you've already knocked them out. So, but anyways, I just pull them over here, get them out of the light. Luckily, I had taken out every single other person there. I think they were actually discussing some of the bodies I left over there, so they were just preoccupied with that. And up we go. And for the other missions with Charlie, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to just put in the first 5 waves, and then you can view my pattern, like where I go, what I use, things like that. And then I'm just gonna end the video, because it is a lot of editing, and it is a lot of commentary to put all those up. So, but if you guys do want to see it, then I can make the videos if you guys are gonna watch them. My horrible aim with that guy took me 3 tasers. So you have a bit of leeway with these guys, even on Perfectionist. I was kind of surprised at how much leeway you get before they spot you and start shooting at you. Throw a nice grenade over there, get all 3. And since it's the last wave, I decided to start using all my gadgets. But yeah, again, I'll send I'll put a link in the description for the other 2 videos. Or if you're watching this on Wiki Game Guides, they'll just be the lower videos. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next video.
That's the last of them for now. sending a chopper to pull you out. Or you can stay if you want to crack at another HVT. It's your call.
Hold off on extraction.